Alright, so let's make a clean and simple Christmas card using the Perch mini stamp set from Colorado Craft. We're going to stamp our little image in a colored pencil friendly ink. I use Tuxedo Black Memento ink to stamp that onto my A2 top folding card base. And I'm going to stamp that twice. Okay, so we have our image stamped. And since Rick obviously did not finish the voiceover, he's having to redo it. And I have picked five colors of browns and a yellow of colored pencils. I'm using the Crayola Colored Pencils today. These are actually really good to use, especially since they're inexpensive. They do lay down a lot of color. I'm coming in with the tan color, and I'm just laying down a very light layer of color. And if you notice where my hand is, that's where you want to hold your pencil. It allows you to lay down a lot less color and allows you to build up the values. And that's the key with colored pencil coloring. So I'm going to fill in the entire image with that color. That's my first layer. Then I'm going to come in with my next darkest color. And I don't have my list with me, so I can't tell you what color it was. And I'm going to add that color. I think it's tan. Beige. It's beige. Into my shadow areas. And I'm just adding that where my shadows would be. Remember, anytime an object overlaps another object, it will be in the other object underneath will be in shadow, just like when you're painting. All right, so we're going to fill that in. If only I could color this fast, y'all. It would be fabulous, but I can't. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add that layer, and then we're going to pick our bright. This is light brown. I'm going to come in and add that next layer of the shadow. I'm only adding that where I want it the darkest. And I'm keeping that into the shadow areas. We're building up our shadows to start with. I'm working light to dark. You can work dark to light. You can work light to dark. Come back, blah, blah, blah. There's tons of ways you can do this. This is just what I found works for me, especially with these pencils. And again, this is the 120 Crayola Colored Pencil set off of Amazon. It's super cheap, super inexpensive. This is my darkest color. I think it's chocolate. It's a nice dark brown color. And I'm just going to add that in where I want the deepest shadows. And this is just my first layer. I will add a couple of layers of these pencils to get it where I want it to go. Excuse me. All right. So we're just continuing adding on our shadows. We're just going to build those layers up. I'm blending them out. And when you blend your pencils out, you want to, it's a very soft stroke. And by soft stroke, I mean you have a very light hand and you're just kind of feathering it out. Now I'm coming in with my next layer of the same colors we just used, building up that shadow. So we're going to continue building our shadows up. I'm using a little bit more pressure this time. And each time I build a layer, I add just slightly a little bit more pressure. This, again, is our second layer of color, and we're going in the opposite direction we just came in. You can see how the intensity of the color is building up. This is, we're back to our medium tone, or our second mid-tone. So we're just adding that and feathering our colors out, blending them softly. And I'm trying to decide there if I wanted a little bit more, and I did. Of course, you know, a little bit is good, lots better. So I'm going to continue building up my layers all over this image. Now we're going to come back with our lightest color and blend everything out. All right, so we're blending that color. And I have a little bit more pressure on my pencil. With this paper, I think I'm using Nina Solar White. Or it's either Nina or, I'm pretty sure it's Nina. It's either that or Hammermill, but I doubt if it's Hammermill. I'm pretty sure it's Nina. So there's that. Now we're going to come in and color our holly that the little bunny is holding. And again, this is from Colorado Craft Company. So for the holly, I just picked 3 shades of green, a light, a medium, and a dark. And I just started off with my darkest color, put it in the shadows first lightly, and then I'm coming in with my mid-tone and blending that out because it's such a small area. And then I'm coming in with my highlight color. Once I get all those laid in, I will add just a little bit of red with my red pencil. Now all I have to do is add something to ground him. So I'm going to add some shadows, and I picked just a blue color to ground him. And I'm going to actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, I blend over that. I'm going to add a little blue to his tail because it will be in shadow. We're going to add a little pink to his ears and to his little cheeks. And I'm coming in, that is, I believe, Heat Wave, which is an exclusive color to this particular color pencil set. And I'm going to add just a little bit down below in the shadow and a little bit more of the blue to blend it out. And then all I got to do is add my sentiment, and this, I'm going to use some glitter paper from scrapbook.com. This is the mixed metal paper, I believe is what it's called. And I'm going to cut my sentiment out, and that's from the Believe die from Simon Says Stamp. I'm just going to cut that out with my die cutting. I've cut that out. And we're going to just simply attach our simple little sentiment to our card front. So I've got my little reverse tweezers to hold it, and I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid glue behind that. And I'm just going to add tiny, tiny little dots just to keep it nice and the glue doesn't push out, because we did stamp and color directly on our card front. And I'm going to press that down, and there is my finished card. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you guys. Oh, I forgot the tittle. We can't forget the tittle. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Love you. Stay crafty.